Hey, and welcome to the Winning Daily Show. We're back for a Monday. We got a full slate of NBA action, and we're going to get into the Champions League for tomorrow's afternoon games. So we got a lot of action there, too. Let's get into the NBA, but first let's go back over our weekend and how we did. We broke down that Friday night. We had a bunch of NBA bets. We ended up in the negative side of things, 43-12. We're still trying to figure out our things, but we had a couple nice parlays there. 2 more points from Michael Porter, and we would have hit a really, really big one. But nonetheless, after that opening day, been a little bit down on the NBA, lost a bunch of that Thursday, 43. But over the weekend, soccer was on fire. We had a 951-13 profit. Barcelona hit both those big over goal props. We got that Freiburg prop same game parlay where we hit the under and the Freiburg win. So a couple good ones in there if you watched our soccer show for the weekend on Friday night that we released. Really good picks in there to profit up to 951-13 over the weekend. We had that Thursday night, 31-82. We profited off those 2 afternoon soccer games. Didn't like much NBA there. So overall, we've lost $1,041.92. We've won $1461.06, which puts us in the green still at about $389 total profit so far. Let's see if we can get on track. There are a couple NBA ones I really, really like today. So let's start off in the NBA before we head over to the Champions League. So straight bets in the NBA. Champions League, we'll do our straight bets there, and then we'll finish up with our parlays and teasers. All of them are in the NBA today. All right, let's start out with Nuggets Trailblazers. Trailblazers with a nice win yesterday over the Lakers, where the Lakers just melted down the last 2 minutes. Portland now 3-0. Dame Lillard has started out on fire. Tough first game back, last 2, 41 points apiece. He looks to be healthy. This Blazers team looks to be pretty frisky here, but with a back-to-back versus the Nuggets here. Nuggets 4.5-point favorites. We're going to ride that and see if Portland can play on that back-to-back. Being in LA last night, coming back up to Portland, and this is also the 3rd game in 4 nights. So I look for the rested Nuggets to go in there and cover that 4.5-point spread. Next one, also a team on a back-to-back, the Jazz. 3-0 with a big win at New Orleans in overtime, and now they go on the road to the Rockets. Yes, the Rockets have been really, really poor, but I look for them to get their first win here, getting 2.5 at home off a team off a back-to-back who played overtime the other night, plus they're in their 3rd game in 4 nights. So let's see if the Rockets can get there. Rockets plus 2.5, break their poor start. Magic plus 7.5 for the Knicks. They played really, really well, don't have anything to show for it, and they really haven't covered either. So let's see if they can cover. I know Suggs is out, but nonetheless, Wagner, Banchero, and Anthony, I think, with their multi-headed long centers that sort of are hot and cold. But I think the Magic go in there, give the Nuggets a tough game, and cover that 7.5-point spread there. And our last one, Grizzlies, only a 1. I know there was +1 earlier in the day at PointsBet, so if you're on that one, definitely take the best spread available. Shop around, see what spreads you can find. I have everywhere I had money. Grizzlies were always -1, but I do like the Grizzlies -1 versus the Brooklyn Nets. I think their defense and energy in Memphis probably a little too much to handle. Look for Ja to go off. We got a couple parlays in there that'll say that. All right, let's get into our prop bets. We're going Franz Wagner over 16.5 points. He's hit that in 2 of the 3 games. One of them he had a really, really bad game, but I think he has a good matchup today versus the Knicks. So over 16.5 points for Franz Wagner. Jalen Green over the 23.5 points. Utah, not great defenders out up top. Conley, Clarkson. I think Jalen Green goes off here. 23.5 points over. I know it's weighted at -130, but I do think he hits it. So Jalen Green over the 23.5 points. Wendell Carter over 9.5 rebounds. He's hit this 2 of his in 3 games. I look for him to really hit this number pretty good. Good matchup. They'll want him on the floor definitely today too versus Julius Randle. So I think Carter will get a little bit of a minutes boost here, so look for him to hit that over 9.5 rebounds, -125. Bam Adebayo over 2.5 assists, +105. He's only hit this number once. He collected 4 assists, I believe. But I think this is a good game for him to get a couple dimes here and take a little bit of the load off Kyle Lowry, who's going to have a lot of lengthy guys, big, strong, lengthy guys guarding him. So they might go to that sort of high post offense with Bam sort of running control of things to take some of the pressure off Lowry. So Bam over the 2.5 assists. Trey Jones over a half 3 for the game. He's hit this 2 of their 3 games, so he's usually good for 1-3. So plus 115, take the 1-3. We're 1 for 1 in that so far. We're going to take a long shot here. Ben Simmons triple-double 13-1. He's actually been getting close. He's always around that 7-8 in assist and rebound, so a couple more rebounds. He's around 6 to 8 in points, so one more basket and he gets that. So it's getting a little bit close, and the Nets don't really have the depth. A couple of their shooters are back with Joe Harris, so that ought to help Ben Simmons when he gets in that paint and kicks out. So Ben Simmons triple-double 13-1. Pretty good value on that one. We're going Jokic over the 1.5 steals. I was hoping this was going to be a half steal, but Nurkic always really tries to go hard versus Jokic, and it always results in a handful of turnovers here. So I look for Jokic to get a couple steals on this one as Nurkic goes at him pretty hard and forces things, and maybe 1 or 2 steals that way for Jokic. So Jokic over the 1.5 steals. Combo that with Nurkic over 2.5 turnovers. I already mentioned I really like this one over 2.5 turnovers plus 140. It's really good value. I think that one will definitely hit. Then a couple just fun ones here. Evan Fournier, most 3-pointers made in the game were plus 340. I really think that's good value with this Knicks team. Really, you don't have to worry a ton about the Magic guys. Maybe Carter could hit that, but he won't hit as many as Fournier, and easily Fournier should be able to hit this up in this one. So 340 I thought was pretty good value. Most 3-pointers made in that Magic Knicks game. And highest scoring team, we got 2 shots here. Rockets, Nuggets. We're going to take both teams who are a little soft defensively in both the Jazz and the Trailblazers. Mix that with a back-to-back, one of them on a back-to-back in overtime. So I really, really like that one. So Rockets, Nuggets, highest scoring team. Both of those are sitting at 11-1. There are a couple other contenders in there, but I really do like that. So those are NBA straight bets. Let's move into our Champions League bets tomorrow. We're going to hammer this Salzburg-Chelsea game. Both teams really need this game. Chelsea on 7 points, Salzburg on 6 points, but everybody in that table is really, really close. So both of them need a result here. So we're going to go both teams to score. No draw, plus 155 in this one. I like that. Salzburg always comes out aggressive at home, so I think they may be able to snake a goal or 2 here versus Chelsea in their open style. Look for Chelsea to certainly get a goal versus Salzburg as they open up here. And they definitely need at least a point. They don't necessarily need the win, but they certainly need a point, and the win would be really, really helpful. They clinch, into the knockout stages if Chelsea could get a win there. So we're going to go Chelsea over 1.5 goals as well, minus 135. And we got 3 correct scores. Chelsea 2-1 at plus 700. Chelsea at 3-1 plus 1,300. And Chelsea at 3-2 at plus 2,000. So 21, 13-1, 7-1 on the correct score. See if we could hit that. We're going to sort of balance that out with our Chelsea over 1.5 goals, minus 135. And then Salzburg, Chelsea, both to score, no draw in that one. Sevilla, Copenhagen. If you watched either of these teams play so far this year, neither of them could score. Their first matchup was a 0-0 draw. I don't look for that to improve too much, though. Sevilla's gotten a little bit better since they fired their coach, but not better enough to where they're scoring a lot of goals. Still creating chances. Nobody's finishing yet for Sevilla. Copenhagen basically just sits back in a shell and hopes to get like a 0-0 result like they did versus Sevilla earlier. So 2.5 minus 110, I think, is a gift here for sure. So Sevilla, Copenhagen under minus the 2.5. I really wanted to take one of these Celtic or Rangers to get a win in the Champions League, but I honestly stunned at this number here. Celtic's out of it, and Shakhtar Donetsk is right there to sit there to move on to the knockout stages. If they can get this win, they really, really have a really good shot at getting into the knockout stages. They have nothing else to play for. Their regular season is over in their domestic cup, so basically all they're playing for is this Champions League. So to give you 3-1 just to win outright, I think you have to take that. And so plus 300, Shakhtar Donetsk versus Celtic, I grabbed that. I think that is just a gift of a line right there. Shakhtar Donetsk might just overall be a better team than Celtic, and right now Shakhtar's playing for something. Celtic is not. So I wanted to take a Celtic or a Rangers to get a win in the Champions League, but I don't think this is a matchup, certainly with those odds. I also have Shakhtar Donetsk plus 525, win both teams to score. I know Celtic struggled for goals, but they have managed to get one or two at home here in the Champions League. I know Shakhtar really defends pretty well, but maybe they let one in that atmosphere, but Shakhtar Donetsk win, both teams to score 525. I also think it is a gift of the odds as well. So Shakhtar Donetsk plus 300, Shakhtar Donetsk plus 525. I'm going heavy on that. I think those are the big ones to go for tomorrow. And then lastly, RB Leipzig, draw no bet, minus 105 versus Real Madrid. This isn't a great one, but I wonder how hard Real Madrid's going to go. They played a lot of games lately. They got an older team. They tried to sort of play that out versus Elche over the weekend, and it just... I don't know how hard they're going to go, but they've already clinched. So they're into the knockout stages. Leipzig and a couple others are battling for it, so this game means a lot more to Leipzig. But I just don't know if they're good enough. So we're going to protect ourselves a little bit with the draw no bet at minus 105 there. But we're going to take Leipzig and see what team Real throws out. I take this early because if the team sheets come out and Real throws out sort of a backup team here, that odds number is going to move. So we take Leipzig, draw no bet, minus 105 here. All right, couple of parlays and teasers for tonight's NBA games. We're going double-double. Randall, Siakam, Simmons. That one's got a huge number attached to it. So a three-player parlay, double doubles for Randall, Siakam, Simmons. That's 14.45, so almost 15 to 1, 14.5 to 1. So pretty good odds on that one. And then to cover that one, we're going to go Embiid, Jokic, Gobert, double doubles at minus 123. So we'll cover that with our other one. We're going to take a couple long shots and then two ones we think will win that'll cover these bets. So Embiid, Jokic, Gobert, double double, minus 123. And then three-leg parlay, Brown, Tatum to score 20-plus points, Morant to score 30-plus points. If you could find it, I'd look for Morant, highest scorer on the day as well. I think that he might go off on this one for sure. So three-leg parlay, Brown, Tatum, 20-plus points, Morant, 30-plus points, plus 211 on that one. Pretty good value on that one. All right, now our couple long shots. Two-leg parlay, Franz Wagner, 20-plus points. Karl Anthony Town, 30-plus points. 15.40 on that one as the odds. So pretty good for a two-legger. Franz to get 20. The question is, can Karl Anthony get 30? He usually plays pretty well versus Spurs. He hasn't really put on a scoring show yet, so let's see if he can do that. 20-plus, 30-plus for Franz and Towns in a two-leg parlay. Wendell Carter, 12-plus rebounds. Ben Simmons, 10-plus rebounds, plus 746 on that one. I think the Wendell's safe. Let's see if Ben can get a handful of more minutes here and grab one or two more rebounds in this game. I think that one could hit at 746. And then lastly, Jalen Green, 25-plus points. Bam Adebayo, plus 4-plus assists, plus 583 on that one. So those are what we're going with in the parlays and teasers. Be sure to like and subscribe. We got all our shows coming up this week. Our NFL Best Bet show will come up at the end of the week. Our college football show will record in a couple days. Dynamite David back in the green for a week. So I was really in the green. So if you follow along, you would have made a lot of money on our college football bets this week. So be sure to like, subscribe. Don't miss any of our content. That's our show, and we're out.